there was a teddy bear right there. Alright, back into the cold open once again. What happened here? Oh, right. This is Walter trying to meet Gus. Right.
Marie. Oh, Christ, Marie. How? Oh, God. Oh, thank God. Is she beautiful? Yeah, I'm staring at brake lights on the 40. Some accident up ahead.
Love how we're not.
Christ, today of all days.
Great shot. Love how we're not
Let her rest. I'll be
seeing Skylar and what is going on with her. We don't deserve it. What a shot. But I mean, not deserve it. I mean, like, because of the fact that Walter chose not to.
Skylar, I'm so sorry. I'm just... Are you okay?
Basically, I'm saying that Skylar deserves better, and since we are following Walter, we don't deserve it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hi there, girl.
What a reveal. The camera panning to Ted.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Yeah.
I mean, halfway here, I thought he was gonna have to pull over and deliver her himself.
Wow.
He was there when you were not.
It didn't come to that. Take it easy, Sky.
Yeah, Walter
Congratulations.
won't like that.
Beautiful. Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Everything's okay. I just wish he'd been here.
Yeah. Everything is not okay. Let's make it clear. Everything is not okay. Woo! What did it cost, Walter? What did it cost? Crazy how we didn't get to see the meeting itself, and we didn't get to see the bird thing as well. Walter calling Jesse? Or is it Jane's phone?
I'm running late, but I'll be there. Yeah.
People making promises and not being on time this episode.
Somebody broke in.
they didn't realize that. Well, she didn't realize it. Wonder if Jesse still remembers what happened. I don't think he did remember, but it's gonna jog into his memory.
No.
No, he does not. He does not remember.
This week was tough.
Ooh,
Toughest yet. You know why?
that's symmetry.
I knew this day was coming. All it'd take is one friend and I'd be out ripping and running again.
Wow.
I made it. I really made it. I got
Keep coming back. Oh, those fake smiles from her.
You seeing anyone?
Oh,
No. You?
What about that guy next door?
oh.
What do you mean?
He's pressing for it.
Seem to have some.
Well, his suspicions are correct. Jesse?
Hello?
They got all of our stuff. Okay. All of it.
Waiting for
Get me.
Walter to.
It's like uncanny.
Oh, but that look of disappointment from him, though.
Mr. White!
Ooh. Making Jesse feel worse.
We got mild, medium, and muy caliente. Hey.
I got dibs on the breast.
Los Polos?
Money-wise, we'll manage. I promise you that.
What, you gotta do like a print impression in the garage, turn it out 50? I wish.
Walter's expression there, like, hmm?
Why don't we ever get Chinese?
Oh, man. Walter White.
Hey, do you want to see something?
Wow, he's gonna show her the money? Great shot there.
That's right. Daddy did that.
The only person that he can actually tell the truth in his family. Giving him a sense of accomplishment and a sense of, proudness. But there's also something sinister behind it because of, how he got the money.
Exactly the same.
Like? You dropped the ball?
Here it comes.
We were on call, you junkie. On call for the biggest deal of our lives.
Calling him junkie.
And you made me miss the birth of my daughter.
That is what pisses him off the most, of course.
How much did you get for the deal?
1.2 million.
Woo!
100,000 each.
So where's my money? What?
You are joking, right?
I gave you that money.
Man, look, I'm off the heroin.
I didn't even like it anyway. It made me sick.
Really?
You know, I could take it or leave it.
Walt knows that he's lying.
Mr. White.
Oh,
For real.
this is hard, but it's like one of those moments where I can't really fully defend Jesse.
Prove it. Pee in that.
Oh.
Well, I guess until then, you'll just have to depend on the kindness of strangers to get high. That and your little junkie girlfriend.
Oh. There are boundaries that you should not cross. Again, it's one of those situations that for once I can't really fully defend Jesse. Walter has every right to be mad at him.
I told you it's not ready yet.
Honey, just show it to them.
Aww. That's sweet.
Godson, that's wonderful.
That is very sweet.
But we can't ask for money.
You can't ask him to take it down. It'll crush him.
Skylar, it's charity.
And what's wrong with charity, Walt?
Why do you say that like it's some sort of dirty word?
Yeah. Pride before the fall.
There's always, hey, I found a big bag of money down by the railroad track. No? Well, works for me.
Uncle Murray. Oh, yeah.
Interesting line of dialogue there. Works for me.
And now my son created his own website, SaveWalterWhite.com, soliciting anonymous donations. Do you have any idea how that makes me feel?
Just donate to the charity using that same money.
Cyber begging. That's all that is.
Wouldn't that work?
Rattling a little.
Walt, I'm looking at the answer right here. It's staring me in the face. Do I have to spell it out?
Yeah, exactly.
Stay with me here. Zombies.
Zombies?
I got a guy who knows this guy who knows this Rain Man type, right? He lives with his mother.
Knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
He can make it so 20 or 30,000 little donations come in from all over the U.S. and Canada. 10, 20, 50 bucks a pop, all paid in full, nice and neat, untraceable, from the good-hearted people of the world to Mr. Walter H. White, cancer saint.
That's not the issue, right? It's about Walter's pride. Taking away credit.
How much does he owe you anyway?
480.
Oh, hell, I'd be mad too if somebody owed me 500 bucks.
1,000.
Oh, no. 480,000.
What?
Come on your back, baby, in case you throw up. On your side. Sit on your side.
Jane, you gotta convince him. But don't do anything nefarious.
Don't preach to me. I'm conversing about life and death.
Where is she? Yeah.
Dad?
And the state of the... No. Oh boy.
Dad, no! No, stop! Dad,
Son of a bitch! You talk about rehab? Well, gee, isn't that wonderful?
Thank you for not being judgmental 24 hours a day. Because that's exactly what I need, to be judged all the time!
You know what you need? I'll tell you exactly what you need.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I am calling the police.
Dad!
Come on!
Yeah, come on!
Dad, no, don't.
I have tried 10 years of love and understanding. Maybe what it takes is you drying out in a jail cell.
Oh.
Yes, I would like to...
Daddy. Please. I'll go.
Albuquerque Police, how may I direct your call?
Tomorrow.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Tomorrow.
No more broken promises though. Gotta keep that word. He's giving you one last chance. Man, that was such a good scene. John Delancey.
I don't know. I just think if we had enough money, nobody can make us do anything.
I don't like where this is going. For her specifically. Walter.
Just let it ring. It's okay.
Oh, no, Walter, I think you need to take that phone.
Good luck with that. But I'm sure he'd be glad to, write.
Never mind.
One of your old students wants a letter of recommendation.
Okay, it is. It is Jesse.
This is Walter White.
Hello, Walter White.
Ah, Jane. Actually, yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Did Jesse give it to you?
All Jesse wants is what's coming to him. No more, no less.
What are you talking about?
$480,000.
Yeah, but what can they offer to Walter though? In order for Walter to accept it.
So, what is this?
Yeah, exactly.
What, some kind of blackmail or something?
This is me telling you to do right by Jesse and bring him what you owe him. I don't call that blackmail. I call that you getting off your ass and being a decent human being.
I call it dialing my number.
Do right by Jesse tonight, or I will burn you to the ground. He's a high school teacher. What's he gonna do? Give you a B-?
Oh, you have no idea what Walter will do. He's gonna do whatever it takes for him to win. But Jesse knows Walter more than anyone, so he would know that Walter will do anything in his power.
I mean, he's my partner.
There we go.
I'm your partner.
Oh, conflict.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Who do you value more, Walter?
Very little injuries ever inflicted. Smaller, younger, less confident males who usually retreat from battle before any real damage is done. However, during the mating...
She's finally asleep.
I love how we are still in this shot.
Learning about elephants?
Yeah, just stay in this shot.
Oh, honey, we're out of diapers. Would you mind going out?
We're figuring out his mind just through his expressions. Fantastic scene. I mean, of course, Bryan Cranston is an incredible actor. I've said that multiple times already. Huh?
Jesse.
Yeah.
You're not seeing straight, Jesse. You are making a mistake.
New Zealand, I can get behind that. But I guess I'm good anywhere, as long as it's the two of us.
Is it really the two of you, though?
Yeah, we can do that. Definitely.
Skylar?
Hey, honey. No, I don't know what to tell you.
3 stores I've been to so far. Not one of them have it in stock.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Thank you.
Oh my god, that's... Hello, John Delancey. Gonna have a bit of a bonding experience?
So what'd you have? Girl or boy? Oh.
Girl, and then connecting him with Jane. He's gonna talk about, yeah.
Old.
Old enough to know better. 27 next month.
Oh.
Walter's not gonna connect the dots, is he? If John Delancey's character gives enough information to him.
Kids today grow up faster, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Having a daughter? Any advice?
Oh, no, not really. Just love them.
Just love them.
They are who they are.
He's showing his true colors in this scene.
I've got this nephew. God, that frustration that goes along with, you know. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do know what is best for you, so listen.
Family.
Yeah. Family.
Family.
Never.
Uh-huh.
What else is there?
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Jesse. Wake up. Jesse. Wake up.
Oh no. Walter? Holy shit. Wow. Wow. What an episode. It's up there. It's up there as one of my favorites. Whew. Heavy subject matter to talk about, but that scene with Bryan Cranston and John Delancey just talking about like Jesse and Jane without explicitly telling who they are was great. True colors are being shown in this episode. Fantastic. You know, after thinking about it just a bit more, yeah, Walter did inadvertently kill Jane. again, I'm not really well versed into how drug use works, but in the episode we did got that Jane did mention that it's better if we are sleeping on the side and not on our backs. I guess that affects the drug within our body, I suppose. But ultimately, that is what happened to Jane at the end of this episode, right? Walter rolling Jane over, or not really rolling Jane over, it was an accident, right? Walter was shaking Jesse, and then Jane rolled over because of that. And then Jane suddenly... It was exactly this point in the episode. This point when Walter was looking at Jane and what he has done. He cries as we zoom in on his facial expressions, right? He cries because of what he did. He just murdered this person because he refuses to do anything about it, right? In a way, Walter is acting as God in this episode. I know that's stay with me here, but he is technically the decider of somebody's fate within that moment. He can either save this person or leave this person to die. He has that power during this scene, and he decided not to do anything. At first, he was like unsure of what to do, but then he composed himself just a bit. He freezes, lets Jane die, realizes what he has done, cries about it, and then it was exactly at this point after he shed a tear, closes his eyes, and then looks at Jane again. Here, right here. This point, this moment right here. What's done is done. Now Jesse is mine. Walter has finally found a way to get Jesse back into his grasp. He, at this very moment, I think he realizes what he has done. But it's a necessary evil for Walter, for the greater good of what he's trying to do. And the problem is, it's not really a problem, but it is. The problem with this is that I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure Walter's gonna be gone once Jesse wakes up. Jesse is going to realize that the person that he loved has passed away because of because of overuse of drugs. And Jesse may end up potentially blaming himself for this, because he is probably the one who convinces her to do more, right? Or at least he allows her to be this way. Remember, right? It's this. Technically speaking, Jane chooses to go back into this world. But Jesse told her to leave that one episode. And yet, he still allows her to do it, despite him saying that no, you should leave, I don't want you to get hurt. She chooses not to, and Jesse just allows her. So, I got a feeling that Jesse's probably gonna be blaming himself by the next episode, by the time he wakes up. Jane's father, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how he's going to react, though. Immediate gut reaction would be to blame Jesse as well. But oh, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because that bar scene with John Delancey and Bryan Cranston was beautifully done. I think it's like one of those scenes where two characters that have never met, but we know their situation, just met in a bar and then they just talk about some things. They don't necessarily explain what they're actually talking about or the characters that they are referring to, but we as an audience know who they're referring to, and we as an audience can also form like the connection or the bond between them, or like the correlations between the two. Like it's a classic scene. It's a classic scene. Classic setup, I would say. But it's done really, really well in this episode. It showcases where is it? It showcases the true colors of these two characters, at least from a first glance. We'll talk about Walter in a bit, but when it comes to John Delancey's character, Jane's father, it's clear that, you know, despite him being very hard on Jane, despite him being upset with Jane, he still cares for her because she is still his daughter. And this episode kind of brings this feeling, at least from me, multiple times, where I can't really defend Jesse and Jane in this episode a lot. Mostly because they are using, because of their use of drugs and how much, these people, right, John Delancey and Bryan Cranston's character are telling them not to do so, and how much, how other people see it as something that is bad, right? And it is bad. It's bad, and it's you could say that it is ruining these two people's lives as well, Bryan Cranston and John Delancey's, especially John Delancey's, right? Because it's one thing to make yourself quote-unquote suffer, but it's another thing for other characters or other people to see you suffer and they can't do anything about it. The feeling of helplessness and inability to help hurts a lot more, in my eyes at least. Because you know that you can help them, you know that you can give them a better future or a better life, but because they refuse to do so, it pains you to realize how much you could have changed them, but you can't. I don't know if other people share that same sentiment with me, I don't know, but yeah, it's... And this scene itself, right? This scene of the two of them talking, Jane's father saying that how much she actually loves her, and how much all he has to do is just support her no matter what, because ultimately that is his daughter. You know, he's giving her the freedom to do what she wants, despite a lot of things that he himself is fundamentally against. And at the end of the day, he's not trying to create a friction between the two. He's not trying to burn bridges. He's just trying to fix that bridge. And then you have Walter White. He cares for Jesse, but not in the same way as Jane's father does for his daughter. Walter cares for Jesse not necessarily or not fully as a person, but more as a tool. I still believe that there is a percentage of Walter who genuinely cares for Jesse as a person. Because in this episode, it's clear that Walter, again, is also pretty much against the fact that Jesse is using heroin. He wants Jesse to stop. He even told Jesse, this is a mistake, right? He cares for Jesse to that extent, but ultimately, I think his care for Jesse as a tool to help him eclipses his care for Jesse as an actual human being. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you would disagree with me with that, which fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, you know, as somebody who is viewing Walter more and more as this villain and not the hero, it's pretty telling his actual what his actual motivations are. And this is more telling at the end of the episode once again when he lets Jane die, because pretty sure at that point Walter realizes, or Walter knows, that Jane means a lot to Jesse. If Walter cares for Jesse, then he would not let Jane die, because he knows that that Jane means a lot to Jesse and vice versa. But he also knows that Jane is an obstacle for him, for Walter, and he sees the opportunity to get that obstacle out of the way. And he took it. Damn. I know, it's at this point it's a running gag to say that, oh, this is the turning point. But ultimately, I think it doesn't really matter anymore. To me, now it just feels like Walter's character is just developing more and more into this antagonistic role that that the story is portraying him as. Still the protagonist, of course, but of course his actions wouldn't necessarily be that of one that we can defend. And I guess juxtaposing that with the fact of how much Walter cares for his newborn baby girl is incredible. It's beautifully haunting in my eyes, because on one hand, at the beginning of the episode, you see Walter care for his daughter, right, for this baby girl, of how he actually tilts the baby over, if I remember correctly. Let me see if I can find that scene. No, I don't think he did, actually. I think I just misremembered. Yeah, this scene, Skylar was the one who was holding the baby. And yeah, I think I just misremembered. But ultimately, it does show like the difference between the compassion between Walter and his baby and the daughter of somebody else. But speaking of the baby, speaking of Holly, right, and Walter himself, this moment right here, this moment when Walter is showing his daughter all of the money that he has created for her, right? He explicitly say, "Look at what I did for you." There's this. It's him filling up his pride, right? Of like, I can finally tell somebody about this. I can tell a family member about this, but also satisfying his ego, his pride of like, I did this. But it's also the diabolical sense of how he got the money. Because he's like smiling at her, right? He's smiling at her and he's like, look at what I did for you. Look at what I did. As if that is something to be proud of. Again, it is prideful for Walter, but as an audience member, you gotta ask, is it really something to be proud of when all of that money is based on you creating this drug, you lying to your family, you killing people? It's blood money. That money that you have created is filled with pain, sorrow, death, murder, lies, dishonesty. It means absolutely nothing for her. Would you accept money if it is coming from a really dirty place, for example? Like no. For me at least, no. But curious to know that because the baby is born, curious to know how future seasons are going to handle her character. Because now we also know that Walter is probably going to stay a lot longer than he is, which means that future seasons may potentially have more time skips between them. So yeah. I love this episode. I really do. I love this episode, but it fills me with a lot of emptiness. It's because of there's so many good things about this episode, and so many good intentions from characters, but it's just all of those good intentions are undermined by the dark reality that it possesses. I don't know, I'm starting to fumble on my words. Ultimately, this episode is great. Like I said, probably one of my favorite episodes in this entire series. So far. Oh, wait. There we go. Now I actually found it. There we go. This is the part that I was talking about. Walter putting her on her side. Yeah. I knew the scene was in this episode. I was just skimming through it and I didn't really find it, and I thought I was just misremembering. But no, the scene definitely did happen. Yeah, the stark contrast between this scene and what happened at the end of this episode, beautiful. Yeah, overall fantastic episode. Beautifully done. The characters and the actors have done a spectacular job at acting at all of those scenes. Thematically, it is one of the best episodes, in my opinion. Beautiful stuff. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my discussion for Breaking Bad Season 2, Episode 12, the penultimate episode of this second season. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See you all next week for the finale of Season 2. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace.